Welcome to Coin Chronicles, where every coin tells a story. Today, we delve into the fascinating tale of the 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coin, a small piece of metal that marks a monumental shift in history. In 1997, the world's eyes were fixed on Hong Kong. After over 150 years of British colonial rule, Hong Kong was set to be returned to China under the one country, two systems principle. July 1st, 1997, marked the historic handover. Everything from stamps to official documents, and of course coins, gained new significance during this time. The 50-cent coin, minted in 1997, is particularly interesting because it was among the last series of coins to bear the British influence. Unlike later issues, these coins still reflected a design sensibility rooted in the colonial administration. Design and features. The 1997 50-cent coin of Hong Kong features a distinctive and elegant design, Obverse Front. The obverse showcases the Bauhinia flower, a symbol chosen in the 1990s to represent Hong Kong's identity in a neutral, non-political way. This design was first introduced in 1993, replacing the traditional portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The Bauhinia, a type of orchid native to Hong Kong, was selected for its beauty and its connection to the city's natural heritage. 5 petals open gracefully, creating a clean, modern symbol that Hong Kong could continue using even after the sovereignty transfer. Around the flower are inscriptions of Hong Kong in both English and traditional Chinese characters. Shangang. Reverse back. The reverse side displays the denomination 50 cents and the year 1997, clearly marked. The numerals are large and easy to read, and the Chinese equivalent Wu Hao appears above the Arabic numerals, maintaining the bilingual nature of the territory. Specifications: material, nickel brass, weight 2.5, 9 grams diameter, 22.5 millimeters. Shape: round with a smooth edge. Its golden hue, due to the nickel brass alloy, gives it a distinctive appearance among Hong Kong's currency. Production and circulation. The 1997 50-cent coin was produced by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, which had taken over the responsibility for issuing currency from the British government in the years leading up to the handover. While not considered rare, the 1997 edition holds nostalgic and collectible value for those who lived through or study this pivotal time in Hong Kong's history. This coin circulated alongside older coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II, providing a unique overlap of eras. For a short period, citizens could find Bauhinia coins and Queen Elizabeth coins side by side in their wallets, a living representation of transition, symbolism, and cultural importance. The choice to feature the Bauhinia rather than a colonial symbol was no accident. As Hong Kong prepared to reunite with China, it needed icons that would bridge its colonial past with its Chinese future, while also emphasizing its distinct local identity. Coins like the 1997 50-cent piece captured this delicate balancing act perfectly. They acknowledged the past. They embraced the future. They rooted the people in a shared cultural symbol. Holding such a coin is like holding a snapshot of Hong Kong at a critical crossroads, no longer fully British, not yet fully Chinese, but uniquely itself. Current value and collectability. Today, the 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coin remains in circulation, though less commonly than newer issues. Collectors often seek it out for its historical significance rather than for its monetary value, which remains low for circulated coins around face value or slightly above. However, uncirculated or proof coins from 1997 can fetch higher prices, particularly as interest in Hong Kong's late 20th century history continues to grow. For Hong Kongers, expatriates, historians, and numismatists, coin collectors, owning a 1997 50-cent coin can feel like owning a tiny piece of living history. Conclusion. The 1997 50-cent coin of Hong Kong may be small in size, but it carries immense historical weight. It represents the final echoes of colonial governance, the cautious optimism of a new political arrangement, and the enduring spirit of Hong Kong itself. Whether found in a drawer, a wallet, or a coin collection. It reminds us that even everyday objects can tell powerful stories of change, identity, and resilience. Thank you for joining me in exploring this fascinating coin. May it inspire you to look a little closer at the coins and artifacts around you, for often, the smallest items hold the grandest histories. After more than 150 years, 1997 was a year of seismic change for Hong Kong. After more than 150 years of British rule, the city was handed back to China, marking the end of an era. Among the artifacts of this pivotal year are its coins, small, often overlooked witnesses to history. Today, we turn our attention to a humble piece of metal, the 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coin. Though ordinary at first glance, within some of these coins lie fascinating stories of mint errors, secrets struck into copper nickel, known only to the discerning eye. 1. A brief history of Hong Kong's coinage. Narrator. Greater than Hong Kong's coinage reflects its colonial journey. From the first silver dollars bearing Queen Victoria's likeness to the Bauhinia flower series of the late 20th century, coins in Hong Kong have always symbolized more than commerce, they represent identity. The 50-cent denomination has evolved over time. Early pieces were large, silver-heavy coins. By the 1970s, inflation and practicality reduced their size and changed their metal composition to copper-nickel. Designs shifted from monarch portraits to more neutral symbols, especially after the 1980s. 2. The 1997 50-cent coin, design and specifications. Narrator. Greater than the 1997 50-cent coin was minted in the shadow of the handover, but it still carried the design. Established in 1993, the Bauhinia flower, a neutral, non-political symbol of Hong Kong, on the obverse. Specifications. Diameter, 22.5 millimeters. Weight, 4.92 grams. Composition, copper-nickel. Shape, dodecagonal, 12-sided. The year 1997 sentence inscribed below the Bauhinia. The reverse features the face value, in both English and Chinese, 50 cents and wuhao, respectively. 3. Common and rare errors in coins. Narrator. Greater than errors in coin minting are a fascinating accident of mass production. They fall into several categories: planchet errors, wrong metal, cracks, clips, strike errors, off-center strikes, broad strikes, double strikes, die errors, die cracks, die clashes, cuds, missing details. Some errors are obvious, while others are subtle, requiring magnification and expertise to detect. 4. Why errors happen on the 1997 50-cent. Narrator. Greater than in 1997, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority faced intense production demands. With the looming sovereignty change, there was a rush to mint new coins, reflecting Hong Kong's distinct identity. Pressure on mints often leads to mistakes slipping through quality control. Additionally, political sensitivity made the authorities wary of redesigns. Instead, older designs were continued without major updates, leaving old dies in service longer, increasing the chances for wear-related errors like die cracks and 5. Specific error types on the 1997 Hong Kong 50-cent coin. Narrator. Greater than let's explore some of the specific errors collectors have documented on the 1997 50-cent coin. A. Off-center strike. Narrator. Greater than in some examples, the design elements, the Bauhinia, inscriptions, or denomination, are not properly aligned with the center of the coin. Off-center strikes range from minor shifts to dramatic errors where part of the design is missing entirely. B. Double strike. Narrator. Greater than a double strike occurs when a coin is struck twice by the dies, slightly shifted. These errors create a ghost-like doubling of letters, numbers, or parts of the flower. C. Die cracks and die breaks. Narrator. Greater than some coins show die cracks, raised jagged lines where the die itself fractured. Larger cracks can result in cuds, where a part of the design is missing and replaced by a blob of unstruck metal. D. Misaligned die strike. Narrator. Greater than a misaligned die can cause one side of the coin to appear shifted compared to the other. On the 1997 50-cent, this usually affects the date or the wuhao characters. E. Rotated die. Narrator. Greater than a rotated die error results in the reverse being rotated compared to the obverse when the coin is flipped. Normally, the two sides should line up vertically. In rotated die errors, they can be noticeably askew. F-clipped planchet. Narrator. Greater than a clipped planchet error happens when the metal sheet wasn't properly fed into the blanking machine. This results in a coin with a curved bite missing from its edge. Very rare on the 1997 issue. G. Weak strike. Narrator. Greater than some 1997 coins show a weak strike, where parts of the flower or the legends are faint due to insufficient pressure during minting. 6. Famous examples and their values. Narrator. Greater than error coins from 1997 have surfaced occasionally at auctions and online marketplaces. A 1997 50 cent with a dramatic off-center strike once sold for over $250 USD. A double-struck example, slightly rotated, fetched around $180 USD. Minor die cracks, unless visually dramatic, usually trade between $10 and $30. Factors affecting value: rarity of the error, visual appeal, grade, condition of the coin. 7. How to spot genuine errors. Narrator. Greater than for collectors, distinguishing a true mint error from post-mint damage is crucial. Look for raised lines, die cracks, versus incised cuts, post-mint scratches. Consistency. Real errors affect design elements consistently. No secondary tool marks. Damaged coins often show evidence of being struck, gouged, or filed post-mint. Tools for examination: 10 times magnifying loupe, digital scale, rotational alignment check. 8. The 1997 coin in historical context. Narrator. Greater than beyond its numismatic interest, the 1997 50-cent coin symbolizes a bridge between two eras: British colonial Hong Kong and its new role within China. Every flaw, every crack, every mistake frozen in these coins reflects a city in flux, imperfect, evolving, alive. 9. Final thoughts. Why collect 1997 50-cent errors? Narrator. Greater than error coins are time capsules, tiny rebellions against industrial perfection. The 1997 Hong Kong 50 cent is more than a piece of metal. It's a silent witness to a world reshaping itself. For collectors, finding one of these flawed treasures is like holding a tangible piece of living history, with all its beauty and imperfection intact.